Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the Ghost Wardens flee the tomb of the dragon-slaying sword, and the battle for Ghost Mountain begins. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast. Ghost Mountain, the isolated temple where the unruly dead return to their proper place in hell. Meet the Ghost Wardens, holy warriors dedicated to the service of the underworld kings, battling the undead and laying them to rest. Here, Fist Jiao, master of music sorcery, Cheerful Fan, who smiles through his sorrow, Ebullient Gong Gou, dog devil and fire sorcerer, Sneaky Chao, silent assassin, and Jung Soo, ox devil blade master, stand ready to return the unruly dead to hell. The Ghost Wardens have divided their forces. Some are struggling to escape from the collapsing tomb where they retrieved the dragon-slaying sword, and others are fortifying Ghost Mountain against the coming onslaught of the unruly dead. Well, let's recap.
Okay.
You have split the party.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
Nothing ever goes wrong with this idea.
It's a beautiful plan.
Oh boy.
So as the army of the undead marches on Ghost Mountain, Sneaky Chao has returned to Dead Lake to recruit troops to your cause. Ebullient Gong Gou has gone ahead to Ghost Mountain to prepare it for battle, fortifying, setting up traps, and so on. And Fist, Cheerful, and Knives have gone to the sunken citadel in the desert, where they have retrieved the dragon-slaying sword. Unfortunately, removing the dragon-slaying sword from the floor triggered some sort of a collapse, so the cavern is now collapsing behind you as you make your escape, and there are a bunch of giggling ghosts in the way who are going to attempt to impede you. So this is a chase, just to refresh your memory on chases. On your turn, you can always move. You can also choose to only move, in which case you get a bonus to your athletics roll to run. Or you can move and also do something else like attack, heal, whatever. In between you and the door are 10 giggling ghosts. Because she seems to have a crush on Fist, the Emperor's half-sister is along with you and appears to be largely useless, although she did do a little bit of yelling in the last battle that seemed to help in one or two places. And every round, the rightmost card on the tableau will disappear as the cave crashes down on it.
Oh. Uh-oh.
No pressure, though.
No pressure. So with that, let's put you all into combat here.
Who's got the dragon-slaying sword?
Cheerful has the dragon-slaying sword. It's not going to be a huge benefit to anybody but to fighting giggling ghosts, but it doesn't suck. Oh wow, Golden Peng Jing drew a Joker.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't help you guys though.
No.
Don't.
But it does allow her to go whenever she wants, so she is going to hold and let you guys clear the path a little bit for her.
How ladylike of her. How genteel.
Indeed. Which will then take us to Cheerful Fan, bearer of the dragon-slaying sword. What would you like to do?
So I can just try to charge ahead and sprint past the ghosts, right?
Yes, although if you move past them, they will take a shot at you as you go.
But if I close, like say, one card forward and attack, like a running attack.
Yes.
So
So first things first, if you want to move forward, you need to make an athletics roll. And so if you want to move forward and attack, you'll do athletics first. And then that'll tell you how far you can go, which is nowhere.
Nowhere. All right. Well,
you do have a bow, but it's not necessarily going to work very well on ghosts.
Well, yeah, I tried to use the bow last time, and it did nothing against the ghosts. It just went right through. So here's a question, though. My segmented staff was a valuable weapon against them in melee. Is the dragon sword also effective?
Dragon sword is magic, so you believe it would be effective.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you're not going anywhere this round.
Not this round. Okay.
All right. Knives is up next. What would you like to do?
Can I run for the door and try to fight a ghost? Like,
absolutely. Make an athletics roll.
Okay.
That would cover the running. All right. So with a 6, that will allow you to, or rather a 5, because you have some fatigue from being injured crossing the desert. That will allow you to move up, and you're now confronted with 2 ghosts. You also, however, have a complication.
Uh-oh.
So I also need you to make a second athletics roll because you hit some rough terrain moving forward and could possibly trip. Oh, yes. Critical failure. Let's see.
What?
No. I mean, for the critical failure, that actually does something.
I didn't crit, did I?
No, Brendan did.
Oh.
Okay, so that doesn't have any effect. All right, so the bad news is you did trip. Unless you want to Benny that athletics roll.
You know what? I will.
All right, that's good enough. So you're now in a position where you can attack the aforementioned giggling ghosts. In fact, using Frenzy, you could technically attack both of them. Are you attacking one or both?
Both.
Okay. So let's see. You have hit one with a raise and one without.
Raise. Excellent.
Ooh.
So your wavering blade slashes through the first one and annihilates him.
Nah.
And that is good enough to shake the second one.
Okay.
Which does help your friends because then they can run right past him. All right. However, he does get a chance to unshake here. Which he fails to do. And that brings us to Bolt Fist.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to do some fisty martial arts moves, and I'm going to bolt the sleepy giggling ghost.
You're going to bolt him and then run forward?
Yes.
Okay, so bolt first then. Actually, you're better off running forward a bit first because you will be no, go ahead. Your torch has enough range for that. Yeah, go for it.
Delicious. Also, happy midweek.
That will miss unless you Benny it, which you can't. So, but you can still run. You can still run forward with an athletics roll.
Yeah, I'll Benny that. Let's.
You know what? I'm going to give you all a Benny because Golden Ping Jing drew 1.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's awesome when the GM takes pity on us.
Okay, so that does hit. Give me a damage roll.
Okay, I like it.
And that is just enough to take him out.
Yay!
2 ghosts down. Now make your athletics roll to run forward.
Oh yeah, skills. Gotta has the skills.
Too bad you're clumsy.
That's right.
So you're not moving forward either. Bear in mind, if you don't do any other actions on your turn, you can get a +2 to your athletics roll, which for those of you who are stuck on the current card might be a good thing. All right, and Pinjing is also going to run forward.
Advancement is good. That's true.
And she is, since this is the only thing she's doing, she is able to run forward. All right, new round. And the cave crashes down only a few yards behind Cheerful and Boltfist.
Crap.
And Boltfist, you're up first.
So I can't get the bonus to athletics if I do anything until
Correct.
Correct.
So you might.
Yeah.
So athletics +2, just try to run for it.
Yeah. I don't see, a really good option given my position.
And the fact that you're clumsy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, that's better. Okay.
Very good.
Double exploded 4. Oh, triple exploded 4.
All right. So you can actually run all the way up to this card.
It's almost like a Tim and Eric, but instead of the ones, 4, 4, 4, 3. Awesome.
Okay, Knives.
Yeah. Is everybody pretty close to being out?
Actually, Boltfist, I need you to make one other athletics roll, please.
Okay.
So the bad news is you tripped on the way up and you take a level of fatigue.
Oh, ow.
So Knives, is everybody else out? Not remotely.
Yeah.
Those banana peels.
You know what? I'm going to run closer to the door and then frenzy the two giggling ghosts in front of Boltfist.
Excellent. Clear a path. Give me another athletics roll, please. For a bunch of martial artists, you guys are kind of bad athletes for the most part.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Speak of the devil.
All right. So you also take a level of fatigue as you trip, but you are able to run forward.
Okay. I'm assuming that I've tripped and so I can't attack?
Yes, you can attack. You just took a level of fatigue. So
okay.
So go ahead and target one of them.
I can't target 2 with frenzy?
You could target both of them, yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
As long as you target one of them, we'll know how you did, though.
Oh!
Why'd you turn off frenzy?
Oh, that's weird. I thought I clicked frenzy and clicked OK.
You probably clicked and turned it off. So go ahead and just re-roll it for me.
Magic.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right. That's going to be 2 hits, both with raises.
Yay.
Both raised. All right. Ooh. Look at that 8.
All right. Splash 1.
Yikes.
And splash 2.
You guys are just clearing a path for me. I love it.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend the just plain run this round.
Yeah, let's just plain run. Oh, that's not great.
With the +2 for just plain running, you do make it up to the next card.
Huh.
Ooh, hey.
Just ahead of the collapsing ceiling.
Yes. Golden Pin Jing is also going to just plain run. Because she's not very good at this either. So she doesn't critically fail, but she doesn't advance either. And on top of that, there's a complication. but doesn't affect her. And last but not least, the giggling ghosts are laughing at you. New round. There goes another chunk of cave. But the good news is Knives drew a joker. So more bennies for y'all.
Okay. I like that.
Which means you can if you choose to go first.
I'm gonna trust that we're close enough to the door and the giggling ghosts are hopefully not that big a deal and just run for it.
Okay, give me an athletics roll.
Oh, 6.
I mean, I have speed and all that kind of good stuff.
You do. So you can run by these two ghosts if you're willing to take a hit as they from them as you go by.
Fine. I'm out.
All right, so that moves you up 2 cards. You're not out yet. You got 2 more cards.
Okay.
So let's see what happens here. So they claw at you as you go by. The first one hits. Actually, he shouldn't hit. That's not that big a gang up bonus. Or should he? Yeah, he does not hit. And the second one does hit with that one. But for pathetic damage, it just scrapes along your armor. Okay, Bolt Fist.
I think I want to just plain run.
Okay, give me an athletics roll +2, please.
+2. Ooh. Oh, interesting. I didn't expect the D4 to explode on that.
You did put the +2 on that, right?
I did not.
Okay, so that's good enough to move you forward a card. But also, I need you to make an athletics roll at -2.
Oh, interesting. A 6 and a 4 exploded on those dice. Interesting.
Yep, if you weren't clumsy, you would have been okay, but you do face plant on your way through and take a level of fatigue.
Okay.
All right, the giggling ghosts are going to start beating down on people.
I figured.
So the two that are in front of Knives are going to attack Knives. And what I'm going to do is space them out a bit so that the gang up bonus calculation doesn't mess us up. Okay, so this guy is going to attack Knives. And miss. This guy is going to attack Knives. And his claws also go sailing by. This guy is going to attack Bolt Fist.
Oh, ouch, Nike. Oh, wow.
And hit with a raise.
Oh,
Which is enough to wound you unless you want to soak.
I definitely wish to soak.
Well, there's a soak dialogue button ready for you.
Perfect.
You are unable to soak with that roll because you are already kind of beat up.
Oh, crap.
Take the wound or no?
Can I burn another bounty? Am I allowed?
If you got one.
I have no more left. I must take.
All right. So you take the wound. And then the second guy also claws at you.
Ow. Yeah, 7's better than an exploded 8, but that's...
Yeah, still hits.
Ow.
What?
Oh, but the damage on that was worse.
Oh,
Ow.
ouch.
What?
So Bolt Fist is down.
Oh.
Let's see what happens. Okay, you have been incapacitated, you've suffered a permanent injury, and you are bleeding out.
Oh.
Oh, guts busted. Oh, fuck. I thought I was going to get a leg crushed under a rock or something. Oh, fuck.
So this specifically, what that means is that you have lost a die of strength.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ouch.
And you're going to need to be both patched up and dragged out of here.
Oh, crap.
All right. So Golden Pinjing screams, Bolt Fist, no! Okay, Cheerful. We need an athletics roll from you.
Okay.
Hey, my beloved.
Go on without me. Go on without me.
Although...
All right. That's my athletics.
Okay. That was that with +2 or no?
That was just straight roll.
Okay. So that'll let you move up a card and you can still act. Not sure there's much you can do at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not close. Do I have anything that I could do? I could push. Can I push the ghosts away from Boltfist?
No, you have to be adjacent to them for that. The only thing you could try to do is perhaps persuade or intimidate the ghosts, or you could support Knives in her next action.
I will support Knives in next action with.
So give me a persuasion roll, please.
You can do it.
No, you can't unless you want any hits.
I believe in you. I think you're doing great. Keep up the good work. Love you.
All right,
Bye.
Golden Pinjing's making a run for it. This is very important how she does here. With the +2, she does make it onto the next card. So you and the Emperor's daughter, or the Emperor's half-sister, are just barely making it out of this thing. And the ghosts are going first.
Oh, what a mess.
All right, so Bolt Fist, I need you to make another, since you are bleeding out, I need you to make another vigor roll.
Oh, that's going to be horrendous.
All right. So you have survived this round. Cheerful. You could try to move up and stabilize Bolt Fist. It's an unskilled roll, but you've got a decent shot at it. And some bennies.
Yes. All right, I will do that. Athletics to move up.
That gets you there.
Oh,
right. I'll come back to the Giggling Ghost in a second.
Okay.
All right. So unskilled roll to heal. Unless you've got any. Oh, you've got curative pills. You could force a curative pill down his throat.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it. Yes, absolutely. I will do that. There's no roll associated with that, right? That's just a
correct.
There you go.
Thank you.
One Bezoar just for you.
Yep. All right. So meanwhile, the Giggling Ghosts on Knives are going to attack. So one claw swipe misses completely. Second claw swipe misses completely. Which makes it Knives' turn.
You know what? Can I go and attack the giggling ghosts that are attacking Bolt Fist and pick up Bolt Fist in one turn?
Attack, yes. Well, yeah, yes, but you would have a multi-action penalty to pick them up. If you want to pick him up also.
Is that an athletics
but
roll?
He can move now.
Okay.
He's in rough shape, and his athletics rolls are going to suck. So you might still want to pick him up. But because he's going to be rolling athletics at -7 at the moment.
Athletics at -7.
What? What's my athletics penalty for multi-action?
Multi-action, all the things you do this turn would be at -2.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to frenzy attack them both first, and then I'm going to attempt to pick them up.
Okay, so you're moving back, frenzy attacking these two.
Neato.
That is going to still be one hit with a raise, one hit without. All right, so the first one is enough to take him out. And then give me the non-raise damage, which is also enough to take him out.
Holy.
Okay, and then
All
an
right,
athletics,
and athletics
to pick
roll.
up
Yes.
Bolt Fist.
That is going to severely impair your ability to fight going forward.
I'm
Yeah, but I don't know.
Good enough. You are now carrying Bolt Fist.
Thank you.
Bolt Fist, you can still like bolt people from
I like point my finger at things
From my back.
From your back.
I've got you on my back,
You're
and you
now
can
a
still
shoulder-mounted
things.
You're now a shoulder-mounted cannon here.
It's like
like
in
that
Empire
image.
Strikes Back. You know how Chewie was carrying C-3PO.
Exactly.
Right.
Or like Bran the Broken. Yes.
Okay, Golden Pinjing makes it up a card, and that ends the run. And Bolt Fist, you can act if you want to try to bolt one of these guys up front.
I will do the Chewie C-3PO combo. Yeah, I'll do it. I love it. Let's hit it. All right. Buttons, powers, bolt. Here we go. And I'm just like pointing my finger in a very methodical
Pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew, pew.
you are badly messed up, however, and that does not succeed.
I'm really hopeful. It says roll for vigor. You're bleeding out again. Okay.
No, you're not bleeding out anymore.
Okay.
I will correct that.
Okay. But yes, finger, pew, pew.
All right, so no, you're no longer bleeding out. Just injured. Okay, Knives, you're up first.
All right. Can I try to? I mean, are the two? Is there still one giggling ghost in my way, or is there two?
There's four total. Two in the next card. Two on the card after.
And they're standing between me and the way out. Correct?
Yes, they are. Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, first you got to move. First, you have to make an athletics roll to move forward.
Right.
Okay, with that roll, you could run ahead 2 cards and be almost out if you don't mind taking some possible hits from the ghosts on the way by.
Let's do that. So I would be like here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So on the way by, they're going to take a swipe at you. Oh, one of them actually hits.
Shit.
With a raise, no less. And some decent damage.
Ooh.
Oh, crap.
So that's 2 wounds, which you can soak.
Yeah.
That will soak neither.
What?
Because you've got 2 levels of fatigue already.
Oh, right.
That, on the other hand,
I'm good.
will soak 1 of them.
Oh.
So you're shaken and wounded. All right, Pinjing, desperately trying to make it out of here. I'm coming, Bolt Fist.
Bolt Fist, my love, I'm coming for you.
Okay, speaking of Bolt Fist, it's your turn.
All right. I'm not bleeding out, correct? I got a bigger pop. Okay, cool. I'm going to aim at the hungry and see what I can do. Finger pew.
And no.
Ever so hopeful.
Okay, Cheerful.
All right. So on my screen, I can't really see any ghosts. So I'm just going to make a run for the door.
Okay. There are ghosts ahead of you, but there's none directly adjacent to you.
Okay.
So athletics +2.
Athletics +2. There we go.
All right. That gets you up on the same card as Golden Pinjing. And then there's going to be some ghost attacks. So another claw at couple of them claw at knives, but both miss. One claws at Pinjing. And hits because she has no idea how to fight. Actually, wait. Yeah, still hits. That is enough to shake Pinjing. And one of them goes for Cheerful Fan. And hits. You guys are rolling pretty well tonight. But only enough to shake you.
Oh!
All right, new round. Pinjing's going to try to unshake, which she does. And then still got one card behind you. She's going to hold action, hoping that somebody clears out these ghosts for her. Save me, Bolt Fist. Bolt Fist, you're up.
Yep. In that case, I'll point at the brave giggling ghost just to see what I can do with my magic pointy finger in hopes. No.
Nothing. Okay, Cheerful.
Man.
All right. Here comes the spirit roll.
All right, that's good.
This should be good. Again, I can't really see anything in front of me. My zone of illumination is not showing me anything, but I'm going to run to the door.
There are two ghosts in front of you who are currently blocking Pinjing. There is a significant chance that she will be killed if you leave her behind.
Okay, in that case, I will close with the which one do I want to use? I will close with the dragon sword.
Okay, so I'll target one of the ghosts right in front of you.
Right.
That will hit.
Good.
Give me a damage roll, please.
There you go.
And that will drop the ghost.
Cool. Feel pretty good about that.
Okay, so Pinjing is going to risk it and try to run ahead. And then the ghost is going to take a swipe at her as she runs ahead. And hit.
Oh, man.
And only enough to shake her, thank goodness. So she's shaken, but she runs on by. Knives. You also need to unshake.
Is that vigor?
Spirit.
Oh,
It should give you a pop-up for that, but if it doesn't, that's fine. All right. That was not you.
That was not me. Wait, let me try again.
Yeah, let me just click on spirit.
Hold on. Where? There we go.
You're good. It's all good. All right, so you're no longer shaken. There are two ghosts in front of you, and they're between you and the door.
God damn them.
Not super hard to hit, though, so.
Yeah.
Although those rolls are terrible. You still hit both of them, though. One down.
Ugh.
And two down. All right. Now there are no ghosts in front of you. Would you like to make an athletics roll and run the hell out of here?
Yes. Let's get out of here.
That will get you out the door with Bolt Fist.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
So you and Knives are out of the combat. All right, that just leaves Cheerful, Golden Pinjing, and one more ghost. That last ghost is going to attack Cheerful twice in a row because of the way the initiative order played out. Okay, so first attack. Misses completely. Second attack does hit.
Ouch. But not for much.
Not for a lot, only enough to shake you.
Oh.
And it's your turn.
Okay. So de-shakeify looks pretty good.
Shakeify?
De-shakeify.
Yes, you're no longer
De-shakeify.
shaken. Yep.
All right. So who else is still around?
Golden Pinjing's the only one still in the cave.
Is she in danger?
Potentially, the ghost would potentially chase after her.
Well, nobody asked her to follow us anyway. I'm going to run for it.
Okay. That's an athletics with a +2.
Oh wait, I didn't do the +2.
Does not matter.
Yeah.
So, however, the ghost does take a swipe at you as you run by.
Okay.
And that's going to hit with a raise.
Ouch. Ouch.
Only for modest damage, though.
Oh.
You take a wound and are shaken, but
I'm
you're
out
still
the
able to
door.
run the hell out.
I am out the door. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Don't leave me, Bolt Fist.
I am not Bold Fist.
Oh boy.
All right, she's still shaken, but does not affect her ability to run. And she does make it out of the cave.
Good.
All right, so at considerable pain, you have acquired
Oh, considerable.
the dragon slaying star.
It was the work of a moment. It was no big deal. It was barely a flesh wound.
Well, okay,
Oh, boy.
Bolt Fist has 3 wounds and 2 levels of fatigue.
Yeah, my guts are busted.
And lost a die type of strength. You've got a wound. Knives has 2 levels of fatigue and a wound.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a walking shark factory at this
Okay, true, but
or a
counterpoint.
non-walking shark
But
factory.
counterpoint. Look at this cool sword.
We did get a cool sword, but yeah, it was a lot.
Okay, so meanwhile, Ebullient, I would like you to tell me how you plan to fortify Ghost Mountain. And I will give you 3 battle rolls with which to do so.
Oof. Good luck.
Oh, I have to pay attention again. Hold on. Let me put
Yeah, good luck.
my popcorn down.
So basically, you're going to fortify, or you do have another clever idea?
Well, we're dealing with zombies, yes?
Yes.
We're zombies and ghosts.
Smart zombies, but zombies.
Smart zombies. Okay. No. Just trying to get my guy up. Come here, you. Quit hiding under the couch. Bad dog. And we are. Where is Ghost Mountain again?
So
Or
Ghost
rather,
Mountain,
No,
Ghost
where,
Mountain is here.
ping where I'm fortifying.
You're fortifying Ghost Mountain from
Okay.
attackers coming from the west gate here. So you're going to be traveling the road that runs along the bottom of the mountain range there.
Okay. Is there one road?
There's one road.
So we got a bottleneck?
Yes, you could opt that. So last time you chose to go to the mountain because ambushing gives you an immediate advantage on the first round. But
It doesn't give us a chance to stand and die a glorious death.
yes, yeah, if you're forted up in Ghost Mountain, there's nowhere to run, which gives you a bonus to morale rolls.
Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to booby trap the one main road.
Okay? Battle roll, please.
I'm going to send some guys out with pickaxes, and we're going to make some timed avalanches.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I'll give you a roll for that and a battle roll to fortify.
No. I think we're Bennying that.
All right, so I'll give you a +1 on the first round of the battle. And then give me another battle roll for for your fortification work.
All right. Damn it, I just had that in front of me. Here we are. Yeah, and we're going to Benny that. Come on, man. Shake them before you roll them.
All right, so that means you're going to have a +2 on all of your battle rolls during the battle, and a +1 on the first round because of the disruption from the avalanches.
Okay.
All right, so the good news is you arrive early enough that Abbot Moo is able to patch you all up. Although he's not able to repair the permanent injury because he doesn't have enough power points to do that on top of getting everybody else back to fighting Trim.
I assume I'm busy doing fortifications and can't throw my healing in there?
Correct.
Okay.
In any case, you don't have enough power points to heal a permanent crippling injury, I don't think.
Okay. Hello, welcome back. That looks terrible. I'll be over here.
Let's see. Let me double check though. Healing. You would need you would need to take the more power points edge in order to have enough to heal a permanent crippling injury. It's possible that Abbot Moo could fix you up after the battle, though, depending on how bad the casualties are.
There might be spare parts. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Yeah.
All right. So a force of 250 corpses approaches the mountain, somewhat damaged by the initial avalanches. And you have in Ghost Mountain itself a fairly small force. So you have, in addition to, 200 men, including the forces from Dead Lake.
Ever so slightly outnumbered.
Yes. So this is a mass battle. So just to reacquaint you with those rules, each round, each of you may choose to participate in the battle by rolling one of your skills. If you roll a power skill, like spellcasting, you will spend 3d6 power points. So you might need those later. If you succeed at your skill roll, you will add a +1 to Ebullient battle roll, and will take a level of bumps and bruises. That can only happen once, so you'll take 1 level of fatigue, and that's it. If you succeed with a raise, then you get to roll on the mass battle table, and something cool will happen. The least cool thing that could happen is a +2 on the battle roll. If you fail, you take a wound. If you critically fail, you take 1d4 +1 wounds, but you also get to roll on the awesome things table because you did something crazy and stupid but effective.
Okay.
When something blew your arm off or whatever. Okay, I gotcha.
All right, so we're just going to go down in order of the list on the player sheet. So in the first round of the mass battle, Bolt Fist, would you like to do anything in the mass battle?
Well, I know it's a huge expenditure of power points, but yeah, can I just nuke. Actually, no. Why don't I boost? Yeah, why don't I boost people's whatever as high as I can, so that they like just are really good at fighting and like kicking ass at this battle. So I guess boost lower trait to rally everybody or just amp them.
Okay. Give me a spellcasting roll, please. This is going to set you back 11 power points.
Worth.
And that is going to give you a level of fatigue, but also give a +1 to the battle roll.
Okay, awesome.
And you are down to 9 power points.
Gotcha.
Okay, Cheerful.
Can I use persuasion to buck up the morale of everybody who's fighting?
You absolutely can.
All right. I believe in you.
All right. So you get a little close to the fighting and take some fatigue, but you are effective at motivating the troops.
Cool.
Ebullient.
I'm guessing the battle roll is going to be what I roll anyways later. Yes?
Yes. Although if you want to use it now to try to seize a tactical advantage during the fight, I would allow it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, and you are reasonably effective at doing that for another +1 bonus. At the cost of getting a little tired from running around and yelling at everybody. Knives. Would you care to?
So I've never tried my mystic powers as a fencer.
I think you did use them once, but those would not directly affect a mass battle, but you might want to remember them should you encounter any powerful enemy troops later in the fight.
Okay. I would probably jump in and start fighting.
That seems like an excellent selection.
Wavering blade!
Bum, bum, bum.
Subtle wavering blade attack. Okay, the frenzy doesn't count, but in either case, you got a raise. So let's see what interesting thing happened as you hurl yourself into battle, causing all kinds of havoc wherever you go. All right, that's going to be a +2 on the battle roll.
Yay.
Or valor. And last but not least, Sneaky.
Yeah, I'm going to, I was thinking of like doing like hit and run tactics, see how I'm like sneaky, maybe get a small team together and
All
just
right,
wherever
so
is needed.
I would allow stealth or fighting on that.
Yeah, I'll do stealth.
All right, and that one is also good for a +1. At the cost of a little bit of fatigue because the hitting and running is a little exhausting. That's going to be a total of +8 on your battle roll. So just go ahead and roll that because there's no real way to do a +8.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It only goes up to 7.
Yep. All right.
Can I Benny that?
You can Benny that if you choose. It's still going to be an 11, which is respectable with the +8, but.
Oh, okay. Nope, never mind.
All right. So let's see how your opponent does. I'm just going to drag him out onto here. This is Lightning Lao, who you met at the beginning of the campaign and who is now undead. And he is going to get a +2 on his battle roll because you are outnumbered. All right, so this is a marginal victory for Lightning Lao this round. So you lose 50 troops. He loses 25. You both need to make morale rolls, except that I'm not sure that undead people do. But you guys, so we need a spirit roll from Ebullient at, let's see, what is the net penalty there? A spirit roll at 0. So just a straight spirit roll to see if your troops break and collapse.
Is that all of us?
No, that is just your force commander, Ebullient, making the spirit roll.
One moment, please.
No problem. And Lightning Lao also has to make a spirit roll. His is at +1 because his troops are undead, but they're not immune to panicking, and he's also fine. That will take us to the second round of the battle. And we'll start again with Bolt Fist.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to... Let's see, I have 9 power points left, you said?
Yes, there's an excellent chance that you will not have no power points left
If
you use them, yes.
Can I maybe just look at openings in our own forces and like direct people to like reinforce the ranks or whatever?
Sure, make a notice roll.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure of the skill, so I was like, well, what would my character do?
Okay, that will result in a wound.
Oh crap. So in looking too hard, I took an arrow or some.
Yes. Cheerful.
Okay.
Rough night for Bolt Fist tonight.
Yeah, very rough night.
So I used can I use persuasion again, or is that a one-time?
All right, you absolutely can.
All right, it worked well last time, so I'm going to do persuasion again, and cheer them on. You can do it! You can do it! Rah rah rah!
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
That is going to go for the special table. Let's see what happens. Okay, you have terrorized the enemy. They will have a -2 on their morale roll if they take any losses this round. You have terrorized the dead. That's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Ebullient.
So if I take fatigue, does that affect my battle rolls?
Yes. And you already have taken as much fatigue as you can.
Okay.
If you're wounded, however, that also affects your battle rolls.
I'm going to hold action and focus on the battle.
Okay. Knives. I'm going to kill everything in my path.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's my answer. I have a sword and I know what to do with it.
All right. We will once again take the better of the two. So that is going to be yet another roll on the awesome things table. Oops, that's not the right table. As you continue to slaughter your foes. So that's another +2 to the battle roll. And sneaky. You continue your hit and run.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So stealth or fighting doesn't matter. They're both D8.
Ooh,
That will cause a wound unless you Benny it.
yeah, I'm going to Benny that.
That will also cause a wound.
We are having a bad night.
You guys are, yeah.
I'm going to Benny that again.
You're out of bennies.
Oh, no.
All right. So now I need a battle roll at +4 this time. Actually, +5 because I didn't give you the avalanche bonus last time, so I'm gonna give it to you this time. All right, so that's a 9. That's respectable. And Mr. Lau, because he has you outnumbered, is making his battle roll at +3. And he's rolling well. So that's going to be a raise. So you guys are in trouble. You've now lost another 50 guys. You're down to only 100.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not. So you guys need to make a morale roll at a straight spirit roll. Okay, things look grim for our heroes. They have you at a more than 2-to-1 advantage now. You're going to need to some serious heroics.
I believe in us.
In order to pull this out. So, and that's where we will leave it for this week. Abbot Moo tells Ebullient, your Ghost Wardens must be ready to flee. If the mountain falls, I will summon an inferno from hell and destroy everything, but you 5 must live.
Okay, it's a little dramatic much.
We cannot allow the undead to control Ghost Mountain.
That sounds both discouraging and awesome at the same time.
Truly terrifyingly awesome.
So hopefully the dice are friendlier next week.
Let's hope.
Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to be a nice GM. I'm going to refresh your bennies for next week's for the battle.
Thank you.
Aw,
We
thank
could use a
you.
little help.
Yep.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook and Blue Sky as Happy Monster Press, on our website at happymonsterpress.com, on Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Like what you hear? Support us on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/happymonsterpress. The Happy MonsterCast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This podcast references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial content permitted under the Media Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music: Ice Cold by Jason Shaw and Asian Drums by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.
Oh, for sure.